Wow. I didn't expect such a big turnout. Thank you guys for coming out. Let's get this done. We have a beautiful afternoon and evening in Tucson to take advantage of. Let's knock this out of the park.
Did you get what you hoped?
Oh my, and then some. I mean, yeah, just you kind of got to get back into the coaching mode of games and the emotions that come with it, and and just trying to help your guys navigate learning on the fly. Obviously, with Mo, not Mo, but with Tobe, Tobe could have played today. I mean, he's been practicing, but we just felt like, the prudent thing to do was to kind of rest him. He's been a little bit banged up, and it was good because it made us dig deep and try things we probably wouldn't have had to try. So, so I'm thankful for how our guys stepped up. Obviously, massive amount of respect for St. Mary's and what they do and how they play. Just so steady, and it's been cool competing against him for so many years that, you can kind of see the pieces he has and have a good feel for how he's going to put them together. And I'm sure at the end of the year, they're going to be 27-6 or some crazy record like that. So, it was an honor to compete against him. And, I told our guys, if you're able to lead a team like that for 40 minutes, kind of weather a storm and a few runs, I mean, it's a good place to start.
Was that a one-time thing with Tobe, or what has it been,
Yeah, I mean, he's just been a little banged up, and I don't think I have to do an injury report today, Bruce, so I'm probably not going to. He's been banged up. He's been practicing. He's fine. I think if this was a game that maybe, was really meaningful and counted in the records, I'm sure he would have been playing.
In that regard, you had a couple guys that kind of had to go out at different times, little injuries and some things there. Considering it was an exhibition, was there ever?
Well, I mean, obviously it's not ideal to play Mo 32 minutes, or Koa, I mean, he only ended up playing 22, just the minutes are probably a little heavy. We want to build to that, but it's what the situation called for. And so I was really proud of our guys, how they responded to kind of that challenge. And, that's the challenges the game presents sometimes. You got to kind of be ready. You got to be ready for maybe some unexpected things. And I thought our guys did a good job of just hanging with it, and we weren't playing great in stretches, but then making a key run at the right time to kind of get separation when it mattered.
Ivan looked like, in the red-blue, he was picking it up in the second half, and then tonight, kind of the same thing in the second half. You kind of get the better feel. What do you think of this?
Pronunciation, it's Yvonne. Yvonne. I know it's spelled with an I, but so we'll get that out there. Yvonne, he played really well. Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. He's kind of the guy, we've decided, to maybe swing a little bit 4-3, probably generally play the 3 more. But yeah, so he had to swing a lot. And, he played, 23 minutes his first night out, made some big plays in the second half. I think some of our guys are going to, what I think we got to get a better feel for is, our guys are good players and they were good prospects. And maybe they didn't have to do some of the dirty work. So I'm looking at some of these rebounding numbers and it's just not going to cut it. For him to play 23 minutes and not have a rebound, it's kind of eye-opening for me. But that being said, he did have some incredible effort plays in the second half and some great drives on offense.
What are your expectations from Deli?
Deli is just, he's an experienced guy. He's been in the battles. He's gotten a lot better. He's 6 of 12 from the 3 today, and so basically, if I do my math right, he's 5 for 5 from 2 and 1 for 7 from 3. I don't know how often he's going to go 1 for 7 from 3. So, Deli, it's just that fine line of being aggressive, but maybe not putting yourself in difficult situations and just kind of having an understanding of what that is. And listen, that's not easy to coach and that's not easy to play. So we got to kind of help him with some of the gray areas. But listen, he had 13 points today. Ended up getting 4 steals, made a few good plays on defense. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with Deli and I trust his shot so much that I know 1 for 7 is a lot of nights going to be 4 for 7.
Kind of going off of that, where have you seen him grow defensively? Just
with his physicality. His physicality, has allowed him to maybe try to be a little bit more effective on the ball. But that being said, I think, teams are going to maybe be aggressive trying to drive him a little bit. So he's got to answer that bell a little bit. I think he got drove 2 times in the first half, and I think he gave up kind of on hustle offensive rebound, and those are areas he can grow, and those are plays he's expected to make now.
Where would you say Krivas is? I mean, being as he had most of last year, hurt and et cetera. I mean, do you feel like now he's to the point where maybe he would be normally if he hadn't missed all that time? Or,
I like what I saw tonight. I like what I'm seeing in practice. And he shot a couple perimeter shots tonight, and I think that's going to be normal for him. I don't think it's going to be a thing now. We're not going to probably live and die on it, but he's really worked hard on his game. The guy have 17 rebounds in that game and impact things around the rim the way he did was pretty impressive.
The basket, Burries and Jaden, just that part of the game wasn't there, I think, last year, but you do have guys that go downhill.
Yeah, I think Caleb was pretty good at driving. We're going to be a team. We gotta get a little more comfortable, just getting a little deeper in the offense, and that doesn't mean we're shooting bad shots or anything. We just got to get comfortable getting more deeper in the offense, give the defense a chance to make a few more mistakes so we can, get guys in the positions we want them to get in. And I think we'll see that. I think we had a few possessions we put together, a few where we got really deep and didn't kind of generate anything, and that's that sweet spot. You see it start getting towards single digits on the shot clock. You got to really do meaningful stuff. So areas I'm looking to grow, but you're definitely right. There are a few guys that are comfortable getting downhill, and we'll continue to build on that.
What do you feel in the stability of Jaden and Braden, considering Braden, obviously Braden's a freshman, but they both look like seamless.
Braden's poise, doesn't indicate, his year in school. He's very poised, and he had some foul troubles today, but thank God. Randy agreed to the 6 foul deal. I think it just helps us. I wanted to make sure guys got a lot of reps today, and I didn't want to be 7 guys in and out with like normally how you try to manage a game, because I'm sure it impacted both teams. With foul trouble, but you wanted to make sure guys got good run out there today, and so. And that's something we got to learn from, because that fouls impact the game and rotations and how you sub. So that's something we have to be mindful of.
And you guys did when you'd have a secret scrimmage. Would you do that on the
usually secret scrimmage is like unlimited.
Was it your idea or Randy?
I suggested unlimited. Randy settled on 6, so that's what we did.
A little bit.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Talking about Jaden a little bit, just there's a lot more youth on this team maybe than normal. Just it feels like the offense flows so smoothly when he's in the game. Just talk about his veteran presence, kind of his ability.
Well, yeah, you're right. He's a veteran and he's a good player, and Jaden's played with good players his whole life. So he's gotten really comfortable, kind of blending in and allowing maybe certain guys to be more aggressive on offense if that's what worked best for the team. And now he's a senior. He's put his time in. He's in a program that trusts him, significantly, and he's got some talented young teammates with him, but they have to learn the ropes a little bit. So I thought, the way he controlled that game in the second half was really, really impressive.
Methodically and slow things down. How do you feel the defense did going up against that kind of?
Well, I told our guys, we shot 53% and turned the ball over 7 times. That's a winning formula. We held them to 39.3%, and they turned the ball over 12 times. That's a winning formula. So I felt like, there was obviously some mistakes defensively, and a little bit of it I think was just due to fatigue and maybe some concentration things that we can, that I think the tape will be a great learning tool to kind of learn from.
There's a shot right around 50% from the free throw line. First game jitters.
I think we're going to be a really good free throw shooting team. I really do. You don't take it for granted, and obviously our guys, are practicing free throws. But sometimes, that's how it goes. First time, that's why you play these games, and that's why it's great. It was played under the lights. Let's get guys, comfortable making shots. And I think you look at the half. I think we ended up with a 7-point lead at the half, and I think we were a little bit double digits, and man, there's that stretch we're missing a bunch of free throws. So, I feel good about our efficiency, I mean, scoring 81 points against a team that's, does a great job controlling possessions, and not shooting good at the free throw line. You go, 18 or 19, from the free throw line, you score 85, 86 points. You watch St. Mary's box scores this year, you're not going to see that very often.
Guards consisted of 46 points tonight. How do you see using that rotation moving forward of 3 guards in your starting lineup?
Well, I mean, we're always going to start 3 guards. I mean, I haven't settled in on what the starting lineup's going to look like. We got to kind of, do a deep dive and figure out, what works best, and, I'm not necessarily worried about starting 5 certain guys. I'm more worried about, building a rotation that makes sense and kind of connects the dots. So that's going to be my focus the next couple weeks when I make those decisions. But the first focus is watching this film, learning from it, and having our best week of practice yet, where we can really hone in on some things and learn and we should be a better team regardless of opponent, the next time you guys see us.
Oh, well,
He's got 4 more on that list.
what should I ask for? Well, when you've had Tobe, are you playing him at the 4 at all with the way Krivitz is showing you now?
Yeah.
Are you anticipating?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he's going to play some at the 4. He's an experienced player. He's mobile. Yeah, no question. He's going to play the 4 and the 5, and I like how those lineups, project.
You had Koa kind of at the 5 almost.
Well, that was because Tobe didn't play. I mean, the really, Koa's going to, see the bulk of his opportunities at the 4. Have a great day, guys.